Yeah, the hottest zone, every step I take is with my gauge. I'm selling death, I can't live on fucking minimum wage. A young black man, and you know what that means, G. A hard life, and ain't nobody hiring me. Too black, too strong for this fucking little system, man. No Uncle Tom, so I'm fucking up that little plan. So fucking scared that I might just up and retaliate. You ask me why should my heart beat filled with hate? Motherfucker past, talking about shit that's happening here today. I'm on my knees. Oh Lord, help me control this rage. I'm being teased like a beast, locked within a cage. They're setting traps and almost give me twice, you see. They won't feel safe till they got me hanging from a tree. I'm still running, but I got the Lord on my side. Put a corner for my homies that have fucking died. Ain't nothing changed. I still live my life in fear. I ask you, God, what we go from here? Yeah, I gotta be strong, yeah, my family needs me true enough. Remember one thing, my mama didn't raise me wrong. The man in the house since the time that I was 10 years old. Read my Bible and always did what I was told. Now in my 20s, I reach my life expectancy. And I'm just waiting for God to be.
What up, what up, what it do, what it do, this T.O.G and Barilla, man, what it do, bro, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do.
Man, chilling. What's going on with you?
Not much, man, another week, another great week, we here.
Ain't that beautiful?
Yeah. Everybody can't say that. Everybody can't say that.
No?
So how your week been? How your week been?
My week been revealing,
Okay.
you know, revelation.
Alright.
I've been going through a lot of newfound revelations, uh, which sometimes can be shocking. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But then it always helps you look at the man in the mirror.
Yeah.
And when I look there, I find the true answer and the problem.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So my week, I mean, ain't been nothing spectacular. I can't say nothing spectacular, but I mean, besides we here, I mean, stuff going. You know, it's something going on all the time. You know, I'm watching people grow.
Right.
I'm watching myself grow. You know, I'm learning in different areas that I'm not. You know how they say you gotta get uncomfortable.
We have to get right. Yeah.
You gotta you know what I'm saying. You gotta get uncomfortable to be comfortable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to take myself down. I'm trying to get uncomfortable a little bit. You know, stop doing the same things we've been doing.
I've been uncomfortable 7 years.
Well, that mean you
Listen,
growing. I mean you getting there.
listen. I'm
Mm.
talking. Yeah, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I mean, reflection is something else. You know, when you can see yourself from 720 degrees. You feel me?
720.
Then that's when I'm seeing a lot of stuff that a lot of things I probably need to be apologizing to a lot of folks.
Alright.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, so I wanna say this. I wanna say thank you to you all. We reached 100 subscribers
Oh yeah.
today,
Thank you very much.
and we want to thank you. Look, I know it's minute. It seems small. It's not to us because along the journey, you still got to get the small gains.
That's right.
You got to recognize it.
You have to put the brick in place before the house is made.
All right.
You know, and the thing is, it's brick by brick. I mean, we didn't get in this condition overnight.
Exactly.
Let's understand this. You know, we didn't get here overnight, so we have to be patient, understanding, to me,
Mm-hmm.
a constant consciousness of reflecting on
Exactly.
who we are and where we came from and what we can do better.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So look, if you haven't subscribed already, if you haven't,
Right.
go to our YouTube channel, T.O.G Barillas Podcast, and click subscribe and follow us, man. You know what I'm saying? We really appreciate, like, you know how some people just like, hey, we got them followed.
Nah, it means something else.
Nah,
We
it
had a
means
little
something.
celebration
I
and
mean, we
everything.
building. Like real talk.
We had a celebration.
we want to build and we want y'all to come along with us. Yeah, so definitely. So look, we're gonna go ahead and get into the topic, man.
What the topic is? I forgot.
So we gonna when people show you who they are, well, that's who
People
they are.
show you who they are.
Alright?
I had a partner told me that a long time ago.
You never understood it.
Who?
Did you understand it then when he told you
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I don't know. You know, understanding it and actually practicing
Mm-hmm.
it is two different things.
Gotcha.
You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So
Okay. Well,
you
did
have to
you
grow into
practice
that.
it then?
I
Back
grew
then.
into it
Okay. Gotcha.
because this was a habit,
Mm-hmm.
and habits are not something you just come about in one day.
Yeah.
You can't tell me, okay, don't do this, and then all of a sudden,
Instant.
no, that's what's wrong with us. We want microwavable results. It don't happen like that. You have to put in work.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't look for instant gratification. I
Mhm.
understand I have to work. I train my mind to unravel long
Yeah.
problems. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So look. So let's touch on that a little bit. Let's unpack, dig a little further into when people show you who they are, and we tend to we want them to be who we want them to be, and we get mad when they don't meet.
Well, see, you know, my thing is it's not them showing you who they are. It's you not. It's them. You showing yourself that they're not who you thought they were.
Okay.
You know, they've always been who they were.
Exactly.
You thought they were somebody else. That was
Mm.
your expectation on them. You know, I've been in a situation where I made excuses for people. Knowing that these people really, fucked up for real. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But love will hold you hostage with people.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to relieve yourself of having not to stop loving them, but to stop putting yourself in a damaging situation where you're not healing behind what you find out on a daily, trying to put band-aids on these wounds that they inflicting, but you don't want to accept that it's happening, but you bleed.
So why do we? Okay. So why do we get mad when they say our expectation, what we expect them to be, right? And it always happened with family. We expect, I guess, more.
I mean, because you know family better.
Okay.
You know, you got to understand that family to me,
Mm-hmm.
this is the closer you get, and then family doesn't mean that blood. Family is who you make family. So
Build a family.
when you build
Mm-hmm.
your family consists of these people, and then you find out something under some certain situations about somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It was always there because this situation when it came up, if it hadn't already been there,
Okay.
they were already doing it. You just wasn't seeing it.
Gotcha.
So you became more aware and more conscious of it. And as you become more conscious of it, instead of a lot of times we sleepwalk. I mean, you ever seen the what that is? What they used to have that shit? The zombies walking around.
Shit,
The Walking
Walking
Dead.
Dead?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it be looking like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because like we could be moving every day on not just understanding who we're around in our relationships.
Mm-hmm.
We could be moving throughout our communities, throughout our schools,
Mm-hmm.
throughout things that's gonna help us as a community of people
Yeah.
to move forward. We could be doing a lot of things instead of waiting for different. To me, we wait for different catastrophic events, and then we get on board and say, "Oh,"
Yeah.
and then when it die down, they be like, "Oh, like it didn't stop.
Yeah, it's still.
It's still going.
Yeah. Yeah.
People still out here fighting for that.
Yeah.
President election.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost. Senate come up next year. Next year, them same folks gonna be the one. You got to, and getting involved is just sometimes seem to be a problem with a lot of folks. And it was a problem with me, so I get it.
Yeah. Cause you know what I'm saying. I think I can speak on it because I, for one, always put expectations on others.
Yeah, I mean,
And it took my wife to always tell me, like, baby, I mean, I be looking for them to be like me. And
yeah,
she be like, everybody ain't you.
most people.
And then I had to start realizing that, and then I had to step back. Like, when somebody show you who they are, I come to the place like, well, shit, that's who they is. That's who they are. So I step back off of it, right? I I know how to move around them because this is who they are, and that's fine. And I'm saying it wasn't about them per se. It was more about you think much more of them. You want them to be this or whatever,
I mean, my thing
and
is,
then we get selfish too. We start
I
looking
mean, my
at
thing is not that whether I thought more because I don't know what more of somebody is, you
mm,
know, because you know to me everybody's an equal partner in sharing of who they are. You know,
okay,
I respect each man like you know I want to be respected. You know what I'm saying? Is when you know somehow didn't go other way, but that's what I normally do.
yeah,
But my thing is when you're dealing with another person, that's what that is.
mm-hmm,
I mean, we have ideas of what it takes to build my family,
okay,
to build fortune, to build legacies,
mm-hmm,
and we come up with how I want my legacy, or how I think this can go, or how I think that can go. Well, we ain't the only one think like that. And some people's legacy is just, you know what I'm saying, they just want to be here. They
exactly,
don't want to be that. It's
exactly,
not neither bad or good.
yeah,
It's not either my dream for them was bigger and better for them. That's what they want to do.
yeah, yeah,
That's what I had to come to a realization of. That's their thing. That's what they want to do. If they choose to hate, I don't like this. Nothing. Okay, hey, ain't got no
mm-hmm.
problem. My thing is, I'm just move on. If you move on, I'm gonna move on.
And then I started to realize, like we talk about big. Big to me might be different big for you,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So, like me, I want to be wealthy. And that means when I'm saying wealth, I'm talking about generations of wealth,
Right.
right? But everybody don't want that.
Yeah.
Like you say, some people wealthy to some people is shit $20,000
I mean, think
because you
about
don't know where they came from.
you got some people that's when the new Jordan come out, they know exactly that they come out. When
Yeah,
I don't know the last time I, you know,
man, me
but
neither. But
that's
like I
me.
say, yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? That's just who I am.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
See, we talked earlier, and we talked about people building their own table,
Mm-hmm.
and see, and it's just that time.
Yeah.
So the best way to build your own table is to get construction workers that want to work on the same project.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of grad people want to work on a project that they ain't trying to work on.
Yeah.
They want to go. They want to go. They'll get you, you know, take a little here there. I used to
Mm-hmm.
have probably we'll go work on a project. They looking what they can steal. You know, they ain't trying to work on this person trying to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know, you got to be careful who you work and build your projects with.
So you have to get like-minded people
I mean, and then
or similar.
somewhat,
Yeah. Yeah.
somewhat, you know, at least have some people might want to go thus far in what they're trying to do. They might not want to go to wealthy. They just might want to keep a good job going where they ain't got to be
So you
doing.
need diverse then.
It's always gonna be
Yeah.
diversity because
Yeah. You need.
cause that's life. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we ain't just one insect in the world. It's diversity. Nature show you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just refuse to accept roaches and cockroaches and grasshoppers. You know they get mad at each other. They gonna kill each other because they walk across each other path. But nature don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Unless they out hunting, now they'll grab something. They'll
Yeah.
grab something. But what I'm saying is that nature is like a cycle of living.
Yeah.
And death is the sacrifice of the life. But you're
Mm-hmm.
not making a cycle of living when you're dying at 12, 13. When you die, you haven't even lived.
Man, speaking of that, and I ain't trying to get too far the subject, but speaking of death, man, it's so crazy. Like we talked about this what about 2 weeks ago about these kids dying daily.
Yeah.
It have not stopped yet. It's been a death every day, a murder, some type of lately it's been what the 13-year-old boy got shot sitting up on the porch. The 21-year-old girl got shot what the other day in the projects. I mean, it's like these kids are not being able to experience life, and we
Yeah.
lose them early.
But just think about their peers. What their peers going through. To hear that one of your peers
And it's
has
becoming normal. Like one of my think about this: you 13 years old, and you got a bunch of 13-year-olds talking about one of my friends got killed at 13.
yeah, I was one of them dudes.
Mm.
One of my friends got killed like that. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. You know, it's not new to Birmingham. It's not new to society. It's it's a problem in society that because it's not new, why we haven't came up with the solution. That means we're dedicating funds to the wrong places. Because if much money we put in for tanks,
Yeah.
video camera and all that old mess there, what we doing for the community?
Yeah, we were just talking about. I was reading on news. They were talking about getting a package together for Ukraine. It was in the trillions. I was like,
If I can get something for Kingston,
like,
a little bit for Gay City,
exactly.
how about Woodland?
Avondale,
Avondale, what
all
about
this.
Ensley? Can we get a little for Ensley?
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
but
what
we
you want?
sending other places trillions, and I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, hell, I'm still dodging potholes in the road. I'm playing chicken in the road in the hood.
You feel me?
Like real talk. And we need to talk about that more because it's bad business in our neighborhoods, man. It's tearing up cars. We can't afford to go get a new car at the drop of a hat.
And then it gas mileage be bad. I don't trying to ride these roads
Ooh.
like that. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe.
I, look.
I mean, I right now it's time to get involved. You know, gas is what.
Think about this. You don't know when I brought the conversation up about getting these energy saver cars. I brought this up a while ago, and here it is. This gas is gonna kill us right now.
Man, it got.
I'm telling you, man, this gas. When I'm looking up seeing people putting $100 worth of $100 in a tank, they don't take you for no full week.
No, man.
Who got my? I mean, think about this. So if you barely making ends meet before all this inflation hit, before the pandemic hit, before the stores, inflation going up in the grocery store, before inflation went up on the gas and all this, and you was already barely making ends meet. What you think would happen now? Cause boss man ain't giving no raise right now. I mean, man. But guess what? I thought about this, bro. Think about we watching in living color. Think about for the people that's more of our age, we know what in living color was. Think about we used to laugh at the dude that did A mine that had 8 jobs. They was giving us a game back then. He had 8 streams of income coming in. Give us a game.
Man, listen. Well, listen.
See, we didn't even look at it like that. We were laughing at it. Man, that didn't work out.
That cause we couldn't get jobs like that. I mean, it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, we worked and all that, but we weren't getting jobs. They weren't hiring us like that. Not down here. They might be hiring up there in New York and all that, but down here you had to have a job and you had to have a side hustle.
You gotta keep a hustle.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have a side hustle.
If you ain't got no hustle right now, you in trouble.
This was a steel plant. You come up there steel, where you gonna go? The Wendy's? Yeah, shit. You gonna go home?
Yeah.
That still do something.
But our grandparents, think about our grandparents. They
tough.
worked and
Tough.
they still had a hustle.
Tough. My granddad was tough, like nails.
They still had a hustle. He had money.
Man,
How do the slaves save money and we can't save no money?
It ain't meant for us to save.
No, I'm saying be able to.
Well, I'm saying all this is set up.
Set up.
That's what I believe. It's all set up. It ain't meant for people to come out of poverty. Cause you're sending Ukraine. Okay. It ain't meant for you to get ahead in certain areas of life, in certain neighborhoods or zones. Because how else is the machine gonna work if you don't have somebody grinding at the bottom? Cause we top heavy.
Yeah.
So all the money at the top. Okay? Well, this the crumb. See, but the thing about it is, if the bottom just break away, what the top gonna do? And the wall.
Sometimes
no foundation. You have nothing.
I can remember. Matter of fact, before I go further, too, I just want to say, today marks 3 years since I was able to walk away from 9 to 5. 3 years is my day, so woohoo! I'm still here. I'm still making it, right? And I haven't punched the clock in 3 years. So in getting back to what we were just talking about, I always look.
While we're saying that, let me say one thing.
Yeah.
Hey, if you on there, go and subscribe right quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it. and
But what
subscribe.
they need to subscribe to.
T.O.G. and Gorilla Podcast. Do
Go
that
to
for me.
YouTube and
YouTube.
subscribe, baby.
Yeah.
We have reached 100 subscribers, so we thank y'all.
Appreciate it. I really do.
But the ones that haven't, go ahead and subscribe.
Yeah. I mean,
So getting back to what we was talking about workers. Okay, I always looked at how do the people, the workers, get paid the less and they do the more work. This how it kind of got our mindset. We so brainwashed to where the hard workers get paid the less money, and the people at the top that either they know somebody, it's a connection, they in the family or whatever. It's about who you know, and they sitting there getting all the money, and we'll go out there and work all week, barely making ends meet, and can't take care of our family, and we'll go get those jobs, 100% every day for 10, 15, 20 years.
it's the way the system's set up.
Mindset.
You can get out of that.
Auntie, hey, and cat, go to YouTube. You can subscribe. Go to our YouTube channel. It's called T.O.G. and Barillas Podcast. If anybody, if somebody can type that in, T.O.G. and Barillas Podcast, and you go in there and just click subscribe, and that's how you'll follow us, Auntie. Appreciate you too. Appreciate you
Thank you.
coming on. Yeah. So it's a mindset thing. It's a mindset. And I don't tell nobody to walk off a 9 to 5. That's not what I'm telling you. But start understanding, especially where the world moving now. There's so many ways to make money, and that's what you go to work for, is to make money. In a nutshell, that's what you go to work for, right?
Well,
So,
no, wait, no. Now, my thing is, everybody ain't got that type of want to.
gotcha.
Okay, but while you're involved in what you're involved in the job or the whatever industry you're in, just look around
Mm-hmm.
you, and don't just go in there as a cog. Go in there looking to see how you can reshape and make it better for everybody that need to be made better for. If you're gonna get involved with it, if you're gonna get in there, don't go in there and just be a spoke in the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, expand that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Recreate. What should it look like? If you see something that's wrong with it, make it right.
Yeah.
Or work toward it. This fight is not a fight for one dimensional thinking.
Yeah.
You got to come from everywhere. You got to be. If you ever read Genghis Khan, you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And speaking of that, I gotta get back to my reading, bro. Got to get back to my reading.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got to read more.
Oh yeah, man. Listen, I'm talking to my partner today.
Yeah, we got to read more.
This dude said, "Hey, listen, he trying to get this book."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Man, guess how much the Softback book? $2,100." I said, "What? Yes,
A book?
Book. Listen, bro.
It got to be a
Oh,
bunch
man,
of
you got some
information now.
Listen, you got some books that cost so much. I'm telling you now, I got some books that I can show you that just so the ancestors blessed me to go see the publisher, go see the guy who was writing the book.
Mm-hmm.
Baba, I can't remember Baba's name, but I'm gonna put his picture in our thing so you can see. He was writing. He was a friend of Dr. James Amos. What is it? Amos Wilson. My fault.
Okay.
Amos Wilson. And I went up there to New York and met him.
Mm-hmm.
And man, the books right here, bro. He had rooms. He had three bedroom and two of them was books. I'm talking about, man. Listen,
Yeah, I had to get that book off the what?
I got the blueprint to Black Power. Oh my lord, it's about like this. Yeah, but
Yeah.
books it, man.
But yeah, we always, me and you chop it up a lot, and I just think we can do so much better if we can work together. And I don't know why it's so hard for us to be where we can't work together. I mean, I don't get it. I get it, but I don't get it. That's what I'm saying. I
See,
understand.
a lot of times I look at things. What I had to do
Mm-hmm.
is like I understand the past. I understand where I came from. I understand there's a glorious beginning for us as a people. Period.
Mm-hmm.
understand how intelligent we are, and where that intelligence comes from. I understand how dynamic we are and where that comes from.
Yeah.
But we have to understand that history has to start now with what we have going on now.
Mm-hmm.
Before we can become the people that I think we should want to become, we have to heal all of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can't just heal me, cause as heal as I'ma be, here come a sick motherfucker with a gun. Guess what? Ill with. You know what I'm saying? I can be healthy than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So we got to heal the whole community. We got to heal the whole planet, basically, in some shape, form, or fashion. And we have the people in our genetics that gonna bring the answer.
Mm-hmm.
All we gotta do is believe in it. See, a lot of times we just not believing. We just think that we gotta keep going in the continuous perpetuation of this bullshit
Mm, yeah. Yeah.
and never come up out of it. But we can rewind, untwine, and get up out this shit with like fine wine. You understand what I'm saying?
But a lot of people look. A lot of people don't understand how.
It ain't about how. Just do. Think. Pray. You pray. You. God is everything you got. Why you don't let Him guide you?
But I mean, it's easier said than done than just do. It's easy to say it.
That what
But a
John
lot of,
said. Y'all been wearing that shit all this
I
time.
know.
I just do it,
But what I'm saying, a lot of people like they fear the unknown, and
man.
that's
But
understandable.
you feel life.
I mean, some people feel like,
You got to if you feel unknown. Cause what do you
yeah.
know about tomorrow? If you banking on a job, if you banking on housing, if you banking on internet, you ain't banking on nothing.
But you gotta think. People think like this. So
Mhm.
if I go to, if people understand this. I know if I get up and go to work in the morning, or go to work every day, I'm gonna get a check at the end of the week or in the end of 2 weeks. And it's that simple. I wake up and do the same thing over and over. So being able to walk away from something like that, to go out there and I'm hoping or wishing or whatever that this work.
I mean, it's not walking away. It's backing up out of this, easing your head out of the lion's mouth, not jerking it out. You don't just get up one day and say, I'm through with this goddamn, I'm gone.
They don't know they're in the
No,
lion's
but
mouth.
you got, if you don't know you're in a lion's mouth, then you're in a bad situation. You ain't gonna try to get out anyway.
Exactly.
So if you don't know you're in a lion's mouth, then this conversation is gonna zoop past you like
No.
the waterfall. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, I have people hit me up from time to time. They will tell me, man, how can I start my own business? That's starting to become normal. People want to start now, but starting your own business, being an entrepreneur is harder than going to work.
It definitely is.
It's harder than going to work, getting up going to work.
Oh, by the way, I've started a lawn service.
Let them know. Plug
Yes.
it in.
We will be starting, we getting everything together. We call it Jenga lawn service. Jenga mean one hand wash another.
Okay.
Let me help you help me. Basically, that's our whole thing. We got a lot of little things going as part of our nonprofit organization with our outreach,
Okay.
and we just trying to help men, women, whoever need to be helped, and do some yards and clean up our neighborhoods. We're gonna pick a yard a month to do free
Okay.
when we get started.
Y'all better take him up on that. He done put it out there. Doing a yard, 1 yard a month for free.
Not yet. Let me I'm gonna tell you again what we're gonna do. I don't need to call me talking about it right now.
You said
If you let when I come on next time, this is just a plug-in.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So definitely, man. Look here. We about to wrap it up, man. Once again, I want to let people know. Thank y'all
Thank you very much.
for
Very much.
subscribing.
Just subscribe. Just come, holler, sitting down and talking with us every now and then.
Yeah.
Sometimes it be jumping with it. Sometimes I think, that people just want to listen to something.
Yeah.
So either way, how you do it, whatever it don't have to be us talking back and forth. It can be us listening. That's when we listen, when you call and talk to us. And then when we're just talking and nobody really, we think y'all listen. We feel like you listen. We feel like we need to say this. And that's just the spirit moving us in that way.
A guy asked me this weekend. He said, "Man, don't y'all got that podcast, man?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "What is it about?" And I just told him life.
That's it.
What is it? The good, the bad, and the ugly. We talking about it. We're gonna talk about stuff we've been through, stuff we're going through, stuff we help you out, stuff I wish that y'all can help us out on some things. So we're gonna talk about it, man. So like I said, once again, we want to thank everybody that went and subscribed. We hit our 100 mark today.
Right. Throughout Birmingham, man, we want to heal Birmingham first,
Yeah.
neighborhood by neighborhood,
Yeah.
street by street, block by block, house by house, however you want to see it. Let's talk about let's talk about how can we heal this, how can we make it better.
Yeah, and we like I say, we just been going 7 months, man, but we have not missed one week with y'all. We consistent. We're gonna come on here and talk about life. Like I said, we're gonna talk about life. We want people interacting if you can, if you choose to. Later on, we're gonna have it to where we're gonna let you be able to
Come
y'all
into
come, yeah,
the
come
state.
on,
Yeah,
right?
it's just getting everything
Yeah,
together. Everything everything has been done by us, paid by us. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I mean, no,
We
so
grinding.
that's why the mics might be not,
Hey,
cause we wouldn't have bought our own. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
it's grind mode.
yeah. We
If you
grinding.
understand grind, you understand the mode. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So hey, fuck us by us.
You feel me?
We doing this, baby. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, we appreciate everything, man. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, T.O.G and Barillas Podcast, right? And we on here every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. So man, I hope y'all come back next week. We'll have another conversation, and we finna get out of here, man.
Yeah.
We love y'all.
All right, peace out.
Peace out, man.